Hello, I'm going to show you how you can navigate the Quiz Gemini Docs tool. So first thing, when you click on the link, it will force a copy. This is what that screen looks like. So we're going to click Make a Copy, and you can see it has this little pop-up yellow box that says the attached app scripts file and functionality will also be copied. So with this copy of the doc, it will have the tool built into it. We're going to click Make a Copy. So what I suggest is giving this a new name. Within the tool, it will give you the option to name the quiz or the slideshow that you create. So once it loads, you can see now in our menu we have this Quiz Gemini in the menu now. When we click on that, it's a drop down. So there's Google Form Quiz Creator, there's Canvas Quiz Creator, then this Slides Generator. It does say beta. Just keep in mind all these things are still in beta. That means that there may be some tweaks that need to be made. So if you experience a problem, please feel free to email me and we can work on looking and seeing what's going on. And then what you would do is if this gets revised, that you will just have to make a copy of the doc again to bring over any revisions. And I will send you an email. That's why I had you fill out the Google form. If there's any changes that are made, I will email you to let you know that you need to make another copy of the doc so that you can get all the latest changes. So we're going to start out with Google Form Quiz Creator. So when I click on that, it will pop up this authorization required. So we're going to click OK. It's also going to pop up this. This kind of looks like a scary screen, but it's fine. So we're going to click Select All because you know that this is a trustworthy source. If it was not a trustworthy source, then you would not give this permission. We're now going to switch to the last tool in the Quiz Gemini. This is the Slides Generator. So where you might find this useful is if you wanted to create a whole class or a small group slide deck of the questions from a quiz that you created, whether that be a Google form or a Canvas quiz. You're able to click on that and you can have it generate those slides for you. We're going to start with a blank slate. We're going to go over to our Slides Generator, AI Question Generator. We're going to pick one of these. Since we did a ELA example, we did a math example for our other two tools within this. We're going to do a science one. So let's do 8th grade science. So what this will do, this will pop out Gemini again and a specific gem. So this gem is for 5th and 8th grade science. So what I'm going to do is, let's just type in weather. So it's going to ask us for a grade level. So let's do 8th grade. So again, we're going to change this from fast to thinking. So we're going to answer all these questions so that we're not in a repeated question loop. So we're going to do 8th grade. Weather. And we'll do standalone questions. We'll do 5 multiple choice, 1 multiple answer. Actually, let's do 2 multiple answer. And let's see what happens. So since this is 8th grade, you do have the choice of choosing between Canvas or Google Forms. For the Google Slides, it should pick up either formatting, so whichever one is fine. So we'll type Canvas. Now, to be more detailed, if you wanted to put the exact standard or standards, that will be better than just typing in a topic. And that might produce better results for you. So this one, I did not suggest any images. So this would be similar to the other type. So if an image might be suggested, it will put in what you can use for your prompt. So we're going to copy these questions. We're going to go back over to our Google Doc. We're going to paste those. Just so I can show you how images work as well within this, we're going to insert an image. So I'm going to just, for time purposes, we're going to go to insert an image. We're going to search the web. Let's search for Jetstream. We'll just choose this one. So over here in my slides generator menu, we're going to give this a name. This does not have any math. So if this was math, then you can auto fix it for slides. We're going to choose a template. You are able to create your own. This little guide here will tell you what you need to do stepwise if you want to use your own template. There are some formatting things that you have to do, but we're going to choose one of these. Let's just choose a trivia game. And we're going to click Generate Slide Deck. And then it tells us it's been successfully created. We're going to open the slide deck. So there are your questions. So this format should present the question without an answer choice, and then the slide after that should have the answer choice selected. For our image, this is where you might need to edit this depending on the placement. You may have to create a new slide for the image depending on how big it is. This also goes with if you had a passage that will need to be formatted by you, especially with the font size, because that will not typically fit on one slide. So this is ready for you to present to your whole class or your small group. Also, as a final tip for you, if you want to kind of expand your boundaries, you are able to use this document tool. If you do not want to generate questions with AI, you are able to type in your questions directly, depending on which quiz creator that you want to use. You can click on that and then click on formatting guide, and it tells you what each question needs in order for it to work with the quiz creator. So that is the Gem Docs tool. Hopefully you find this beneficial. As always, if you experience any issues or have questions, feel free to email me